Well, I got 1 kill, guys. It was the tank.
Now, homie, let me ask you a fucking question. There is a Swiss woman in my fucking sight. How in the fuck did I not axe her in the fucking face?
Guys, I don't know how to play this character, but I'm gonna try anyways. Oh my god.
Leave me alone after you're walking right ahead to the fucking dick mark. Whoa, who said that? Who said that?
Junker Queen. Welcome back to Overwatchmania. This is the series where I dedicate myself to playing a singular character for a couple days without swapping off for any means. I also have challenges that I need to complete before the video ends. Each will be more exclusive challenges for the respective character. Junker Queen is known for consistently applying bleed damage that practically comes with every ability, and she also has the ability to sustain off of this. But most importantly, having a very strong ultimate that is practically meaningless if you're matched up against a Kiriko. Fuck that bitch. The Junker Queen is able to tank off of bleed damage due to her passive, but in order to sustain, she needs to be using her bleed abilities all the time. But you know, you have to hate your abilities.
I thought with the Junkrat.
Why is there just a tiny alley that leads to nothing?
Yes.
For this video, I've set up a series of challenges I must complete before concluding. Challenges goes as follows. I need to get play of the game. I need to end a game with 25% average wound uptime. I need to get a 3k with Rampage. I need to get 5k healing. I need to get 5 kills with Carnage, 5 kills with Jagged Blade, a Carnage reset, and finally a Junker Queen death. Now with all that said, let's talk about Junker Queen's kit.
Bro,
I'm so done.
Guys. Woodmaker is so valid though. They're just
Yeah.
like Americans. Also,
Fuck the Frenchies.
The French are better than Americans, let's be realistic here.
Fuck no, bro. They eat baguettes and you disgusting baguettes. They eat snails. You.
Snails? Okay, okay, I will hold you to the snails part, but the fucking homie, I hope you fucking
I just prefer the like how fast I can fucking like down someone instead of like it feels slower even at its fastest. Oh my god!
You fucked up, Jenny. You fucked up so bad. You fucked up. I got him still. Even with the help of Junker Queen, he's still lost.
No, I'm dead.
Junker Queen behind, everything behind.
Oh
You
my
guys
god.
are doing that. These people are like trying to do the weight. We need to get on like air freeze.
Pardon?
How the hell, in what universe does that sleep land?
I should hack there. Why I filmed that? It's just granny on points. Granny on points. Armor points. Armor points. Up.
I'm getting yoinked, spoinked, yanked, fucked, and shit.
A lot of people are dying. A lot of people are dying. A lot of them are dying. Yes.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
That was big.
Kill that girl!
Where's their ult now? Where's your ult now, Gino? Where's your ult now?
Genji's on the way back.
Almost stole.
Genji's on the way back. Yeah.
Storm back.
Sombra is gonna be back.
I'm dead to Genji. Genji solo. Yes!
Genji's dead.
Turret save.
Oh.
Turret save. They fumbled. They killed him, so they're screwed.
Oh my god.
Yes! That was clutch.
What a last game.
That was clutch.
Adrenaline Rush is Junker Queen's ability to be tanky. For each tick of bleed damage that's dealt, Junker Queen will heal herself off of it. This passive has a multiplier of 2.25. This basically means that every bit of bleed damage that she gets throughout the 3-second duration instances, she gets a quarter over double that healing in return. Now it's important to note, every ability that causes bleed damage, the duration will always be 3 seconds, but the total damage will always be different. Damage buffers and resistances will affect that bleed damage, which also indirectly affect Adrenaline Rush's healing. So keep that in the back of your head. The name of Junker Queen's tanking game is to apply bleed damage as much as possible, that way she can keep herself alive, because without it, you kinda get a reminder that she isn't traditionally tanky. The Scattergun is probably the most ranged shotgun that the game has to offer. The spread is tight, which means that the damage is not only focused at a more central point, but its high damage potential can reach farther distances. The damage is 8 per pellet, and the pellets shot out per shell are 10, meaning that the shot is able to deal 80 damage. What's good about this shotgun is that it can do well at a far range, for a shotgun at least. And it's got a useful perk if you can properly apply the pressure into it. But the downside is that the tight spread requires you to aim a lot more at close quarter ranges than you normally would with a shotgun. Remember, you still need to aim with a shotgun. Shocker, ain't it? Junker Queen's pet machete Gracie doubles as her range tool and her distant bleed damage applier. Jagged blade can be thrown up to 60 meters and can stick to practically anything. The blade can be recalled shortly after or automatically recalled after being thrown out for 3 seconds. The knife also has a 6-second cooldown that begins the moment the blade is tossed. If the knife sticks into an enemy, it will deal 65 damage and it deals 30 bleed damage. When it's recalled, it will pull the enemy towards her, acting more as a consistent yet more aim demanding hog hook in a way. If the blade doesn't stick to an enemy, while it gets recalled, it can apply 15 bleed damage to enemies close enough in its recall path. As a final pointer, the 15 damage is also tied to your quick melee, but only when Jagged Blade is in your hand. This basically means that while Jagged Blade is out of your hand, you will do the normal quick melee damage, but the moment that Jagged Blade is in your hand, you will apply the extra 15 bleed damage. Carnage is the name of Junker Queen's battle axe on her back. Carnage has a 1-second windup before it is slashed up to 5 meters. It can hit multiple enemies, dealing 105 damage and applying 40 bleed damage. Since it's a melee, Carnage goes through shields, but it can also be countered with knockback abilities. While Carnage has an 8-second cooldown, it does have a special property that rewards you for hitting enemies with it. For each hit that you get with Carnage, the cooldown is reduced by 2 seconds per enemy, meaning that hitting 4 out of the 5 enemies on the team will instantly reset Carnage, encouraging you to keep pushing for Carnage plays. Commanding Shout is the only ability in Junker Queen's kit that doesn't apply bleed damage for any reason, but instead gives her some extra sustain potential and team assistance. For the next 5 seconds, you gain 175 overhealth and a 30% increased movement speed. Allies within 50 meters upon activation will also carry these same effects, but only for 3 seconds and 50 overhealth. This can be activated basically whenever, even while you're casting your other abilities, thanks to a buff that happened way early in Overwatch 2's life. But once the duration ends, it'll be put on a 12-second cooldown. This is best used to engage on or sustain during a fight, but it's not necessarily a difference maker between winning and losing the fight unless you can use it at the right time, so manage this well. 175 overhealth is not that much for a tank, so especially for Junker Queen, use this with proper timing. Rampage combines multiple scrap metals into weapons that spin around Junker Queen's magnet wrist as she charges forward. Hitting an enemy during the 25-meter distance charge will apply 40 damage, apply an anti-heal, and apply an extra 90 bleed damage in 4.5 seconds. This is the only ability that allows Junker Queen to have a different bleed damage duration. The charge's hitbox has a 5-meter width and height to it. While it takes half a second to wind up, the duration of the charge will last less than a second. You cannot change the direction or cancel the charge manually. Wherever you're looking is wherever you're going. Only the enemies will be able to choose if you stop dead in your tracks or are reverted onto a different path. The great thing about Rampage is that it gives you so much adrenaline rush value and bleed damage value. However, as mentioned before, one character has the ability to cancel it by pressing a singular button, so use this when you are guaranteed to not get countered. And be sure when you use this, you don't, throw yourself off the map.
Time for the
Rending Recall is a minor perk that is tied to the Jagged blade. If the blade is stuck to an enemy, recalling the blade will cause the duration to reset. This perk lets Jagged blade cheat out more value in terms of the bleed damage, meaning that you can have it last as long as 6 seconds in one press of an ability, basically doubling the effective bleed duration if you don't call it back early. So this benefits the bleed damage and will indirectly affect Adrenaline Rush's sustainability, since the more bleed damage you're dealing, the more you're healing. Battle Shout is a minor perk that is instead tied to Commanding Shout. The name was probably the most obvious thing about this perk. Now, Commanding Shout is going to allow you to reload your Scattergun instantly and give you and allies nearby 50% more reload speed. By more, I mean faster. This aims to give Commanding Shout more personal and team benefits. Having the instant reload is actually much stronger than you'd think, considering how limiting Queen's magazine size is, and the reload speed is more of a plus side your team gets. So it's got the best of both worlds, which is why I prefer this perk over Rending Recall. Deep Wounds is a major perk that is tied to the Scattergun. If you shoot an enemy while they are inflicted with any source of bleed damage, the duration of the bleed will get an extra half-second extension. This extends the bleed time, which means that the half-second will scale off of each separate instance of bleed damage and add towards the total damage from it. That was worded very weirdly on the script. I am sorry for how confusing that sounded. Also, the reset isn't measured by the pellets. If a singular pellet from one shot hits an enemy, the enemy will get the extension and all other pellets will not matter. However, if you hit more than one enemy with that same shot, the other enemies will also have the extended bleed damage. Same rules apply though. There is a sound notification you'll hear when you trigger Deep Wounds. This also indirectly helps Adrenaline Rush's sustainability, but it's not really a noticeable amount. This perk is more geared towards extending the lifetime of bleed damage. Savage Satiation is a major perk that is tied to Carnage. It's very self-explanatory and not complex at all, but in the right situation, Carnage is the most broken ability that a tank could ever have. The perk makes 100% of the impact damage dealt by Carnage result into lifesteal. A quick reminder for those who don't know what lifesteal is, if you deal damage and you have a percent of lifesteal that is gifted, you will get self-healing off that percent. 100% of 105 damage is 105 healing. Now, this isn't for a singular hit enemy. If you hit multiple enemies in a single Carnage swing, Savage Satiation will trigger for each enemy that is hit. Hitting all 5 enemies will result into 525 healing. Putting this into perspective, Junker Queen's total health is 525. Isn't Obvious is my favorite Junker Queen perk? And just like that is the entirety of Junker Queen's kit. She's a squishy brawl tank that can heal off bleed damage to make up for her lack of team protection. In the right hands, she can be a tough shell to crack, but without her abilities, she is left more vulnerable than other characters who don't have their abilities on them. Okay, that's enough of the talking. It's time to get to the montage.
No, I want you. Best. Die!
But it's gonna look cool. Yeah.
Helpers here. You think those things know how to have fun? The Curie just
Propaganda usually
Is this the extreme right?
Alright, let's kill another one.
Yep, do you think we're close after this match?
Jefferson. It's a cast!
It was always me, goddamn.
Okay, if it's forfeit a fourth, that is a walking foot. Wait,
Now, missing my daily sniff.
it doesn't take that long to heal me. I was on the other side of the
You know, I meant that
He's even okay coming on his daughter, homie.
I went to Oh gosh, that's right. I was at a mall in Portland.
Nice mercy. Trying to become cleanse. Nice cleanse though, bitch. It's almost like you're kind of doing that today.
It's like I'm planning to watch it today.
It just feels so
Okay, hack that. Nice mercy.
Watch his wildest dreams come true.
stand against me, Reaper? Good job, punch the feet. No more get out.
The
Mercy is that I pushed the Mercy. You got this, Owen. You got this. You got this. I was not got this. I got you good. I want crack. Oh my god. Oh my god! What the shit?
It just feels so good. Down goes another one.
Wow.
Hello, I can see you.
We did it!
Wow, my ult kind of saved us there.
I know, because I was able to kill. I was able to put down the Mercy.
Nuke myself.
You're gonna have to bear with me here. I'm just realizing how poorly I worded this section of the script, so bear with me. Junkerqueen's 4 ways to inflict bleed damages through her quick melee when she has Jagged Blade in her hand, when she throws out Jagged Blade and recalls it, Carnage, and Rampage. Okay, there's technically 5 ways, but still my point stands. Now these wounds will stack onto each other, but only if the bleed stacks are from different instances. So basically, a Carnage bleed can stack with a quick melee bleed, but not a Carnage on Carnage. If you apply a Carnage bleed while the enemy is already bleeding from Carnage, instead of having 2 separate Carnage instances, the Carnage duration that was originally on there will reset when hit with another Carnage. So you can stack up to 4 bleed sources at a time, since there's only 4 ways to apply it, but it can only work for every 4. This is more of a reminder than a tip, but still something worth talking about, so keep that in the back of your head. If you're in dire need for some healing, but Adrenaline Rush isn't helping you enough, just kill the enemy that's bleeding. While it seems counterintuitive, Adrenaline Rush actually has a secondary effect, where if an enemy dies before the bleed duration ends, Junkerqueen will instantaneously heal all of that remainder. This works for every single unfinished instance, meaning if you need some immediate burst of healing in a pinch, you can kill the enemy bleeding to get some more responsive sustain. A quick and effective combo to kill or just bleed the fuck out of an enemy. Pull the enemy in when you hit them with your blade. As you are pulling them in, prepare Carnage. After Carnage hits, quick melee. Boom. A burst of 210 damage with 85 bleed, healing you 191. If you're running Rending, Recall, and Satiation, you can add up to a maximum of 115 bleed and heal yourself 364 if you wait for Jagged Blade to auto recall. Always go for this high damage combo since it can offer a decent sustain alone without the help of perks. Brawl tanks are pretty well known for being very environmental when it comes to protection, especially for Junkerqueen since she has no form of shield, yada yada yada, just use the environment to your advantage. Don't just use Carnage because you can get big damage. Try using it to apply pressure with the enemy with its bleed damage, instant burst damage, cooldown manipulation, or Adrenaline Rush sustain. Sometimes it's better to just hack and slash one enemy compared to a whole troop. Also keep in mind the cooldowns that will cuck you during Carnage's windup, such as boops and stuns. Mainly boops, because the only time I will ever hate Lucio as a character in my entire life is when I'm playing against him as Junkerqueen. So trust me when I say you need to keep in mind what cooldowns they have. Yes, I am a Lucio man. To go along with the sustain tip theme, if you're struggling to get consistent bleed damage in some tricky spots, you can do a quick melee or a blade toss into nowhere to get some Adrenaline Rush heals. Both of these methods will provide 15 bleed in 3 seconds. The quick melee just has the 40 instant damage on top of it, and the thrown blade can be recalled to apply to multiple enemies more consistently despite not having any instant damage. 15 bleed converts to 34 healing. Getting 5 enemies will provide 169 from Adrenaline Rush. damage. So when I say try to bleed them any chance you get, I mean any opportunity where you can get any bleed damage regardless of how much they will bleed. Okay, so normally I would have like a really funny tip here, but can't really think of one. But I do have one that does look pretty goofy, so I'm gonna say this one instead. Obviously, you can get environmental kills with Jagged Blade if you position yourself just right, but sometimes the positioning is very odd. And there could be spots where the only way you can win the 1v1 is by tossing the enemy off the map, but maybe you're the one that is next to the ledge, and they are away from it. This is a niche trick, and it's not guaranteed to work, but if you position yourself perfectly enough, you can stick the enemy, stand right next to the ledge, crouch the moment you recall the blade, and if it goes right, you basically throw the enemy over your head and into the endless void behind you. It's tough, but I mean, it works. I've done it before. Not on this stream though, I wish I did. So if you can guarantee that you can successfully pull it off, try it. Realistically, nobody's stopping you. Overall, I think Junker Queen is just a very strong tank for being as squishy as she is. Characters that are based around applying nothing but damage over time are typically done in a very boring fashion, but Junker Queen is very fun, and even that's an understatement. Having some beefy instant damage to back up the bleed damage and adrenaline rush to promote more of an aggressive bleeder playstyle so you can heal off it, it really does make Junker Queen one of the best damage over time characters ever made. Which, coming from someone that really looks into every intricate detail to determine if a character's design truly matters to the niche archetype they fit, and if it actually works, making her a tank was a huge risk in my opinion, but it worked flawlessly. So in every sense of the doubt, I think she definitely lives up there to like the top 5 best designed characters in Overwatch. I've wanted to get good at her, but I am not good at playing tank unless I can lock in with the German every single time. So I'm very happy I was able to do Junkerqueenmania, so that way I can actually improve on her, because now she's practically one of my go-to tanks. A little side tangent there, but anyways, 10 out of 10 would recommend W tank.
God, knowing that in all reality, when I was actually playing through the entirety of Junkerqueenmania, I was just in mental suffrage for like half of the games because everyone was playing the tanks that could counter her easily. I'm glad that I'm over with this, but also I'm also kind of glad that I got the chance to actually learn how to play Queen. It was pretty nice. But I hope you enjoyed watching this as much as I guess enjoyed suffering for an entire weekend. This video did not actually take me as long to edit, and by that I mean like procrastinating. It didn't take me that long. But yeah, hopefully you guys actually enjoyed it, and the fact that I was able to get it out in a timely manner just kind of helped. There is a quick thing I want to mention though before I start tagging socials. For me right now, uploading videos in general is gonna kind of be on the slower end as well, a bit slower than it already was, because I'm going to be busy with a lot of stuff, especially very soon I'm going to be trying to get a job, so that's going to be fun. I got a lot of things in life that are going to be practically going upside down not too soon, so yeah, that's gonna be something. But yeah, I'll keep you guys as up to date as possible, but just know that I'm gonna be gone for a bit at some point. I know I said this like a while ago, but yeah, I'm just reiterating it again. So I'm not gonna try to really do stream events as much. I mean, I know I have to get the Guilty Gear series updated, and I have to post both of the Borderlands videos that I have left, so I mean, that's gonna be something. But I mean, other than that, there's not really much that's gonna be going on aside from that. I'm not gonna be planning too much, and of course monthly clip dump. But anyways, yeah, enough yapping and ranting and whatever the fuck. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and please check out my Twitch, my Twitter. I'm gonna start posting on soon. I started doing some stuff on Instagram. Go ahead, check it out. Check out all my other channels as well, where you can see all the other goofy stuff, I guess. Other than that, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys have a great day. I'm starting to just repeat the same words now. Yeah, hopefully you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and the funny moments will ensue. Alright, later.
Is that a Reinhardt? Oh, that's still a Sigma.
The Sigma, guys.
Well,
Oh, wait, we have to compress the payload. What are we doing?
I was waiting for y'all to
Wait, I have an
kinda
idea.
do that.
You can destroy the barrier. If you can destroy the barrier,
I did. I think I
Oh,
did.
for real. Oh.
Or he just recalled. Yes, dude. Yes, dude. The fucking aura. The fucking aura, dude.
Guys, is this aura farming? Is this aura farming?
Gambling. I love me gambling.
Where is he?
That
your
saves
bitch
everyone.
ass?
Yeah.
Oh, but I was still this bitch. Fuck you.
I turned around and I just see his body flop. That's fucking.
Yo, imagine Jerry Queen do not pose while you ram me into her. Whoa, who said that? Who said that?
Whoa!
Who said that?
Whoa!
Who said
Me
that?
first! Me first! Whoa! Who said that?
Oh wait, maybe
Yo,
I
the
shouldn't
witch
have a million
spawn.
tabs
Corey,
open.
look at we're twinning, bro. Corey, we're twinning. Behind you, dumb fuck.
I think you guys need to perish.
Shadow Wizard Witching Gang.
I hate you. I
We
hate
love
you.
cat.
I hate
We
you.
love.
Oh yeah, my favorite witches from my time. I like my Mexican.
We love
Mexican
casting
witches.
overdoses of estrogen.
What?
I haven't
do it,
seen
then I'll be
anything with
doing
an
it.
account
Bella.
thing.
That was, okay.
No, yeah, that's a problem. I can't join because I don't want to do my Xbox. My Xbox will literally crash.
Bella, why did you pull me back?
Because you
What? I was just
Bella.
out of range. Oh.
Bella, I literally.
No, listen,
Bella.
listen. You were gonna be the stupid one with your no health, pumping ult, went like just for one Reaper who was probably gonna kill you. Like you need, bro.
No,
You-
there's a second guy behind him.
So you're stupid, bro.
Bella, just heal me. It's not that hard.
You're,
I'm gonna heal other people too. You're the only one.
of all the people that I would have like
Fine.
expected to make Al crash out, I did not think it would have been Ginger.
It's always me. I always make
Al
the
only
individual
gets
crash
pissed
out.
off in a video game when it's you. That's the only time he does.
Chat, what the frick is going on right now?
Yeah, they keep.
Oh my god.
What's going on?
What the freak?
Wait,
And why is
it's
Al
just-
always getting booted in the first round?
Hold on, chat. Hold on. Hold on, I'm gonna-
Success-
Wait, are you guys being? Are you guys? Fuck. Are you guys having success?
Yes.
I mean, we're in, and then afterwards, like, we go in a little bit, and then we...
Everyone else is geeking.
What the fuck is happening? And why is my mom on?
What?
You got Overwatch?
And why is the name spelled terribly, too? That's
Corey's
crazy.
Mom Mania?
What?
Why is my mom playing the midget? I mean, she's shorter than me.
Am I just the ginger summoner? Because I don't know if it's just me. I think I'm just better at communicating than some.
The fucking.
No, it's actually just you. Like, every single time that you've called him, he's always pulled up. Every single time that we've called him, he's just never shown.
You know, in my defense, you always pick the worst times.
Bull ass!
I send messages in advance and plan.
Bull ass! I send messages in advance too, and when I do it, you never show up.
You know, I don't care. I got
Be honest, do you want to fuck Owen?
What?
Be real.
Damn.
Bella, what? You're a freak. Get away from me. I really wanted to solo with the baby diva. I really wanted to.
You should.
I should.
Holy
Yeah,
you're right.
your
Actually,
ult is
it doesn't
very
matter.
good for
Hold on.
solo ulting.
Why are you ulting when you're
Why the fuck did you ult that? Actually, I would have gotten so much value from it.
Oh, you know
The
what?
wall wasn't there when I started.
From severe.
The wall appeared right as I activated it, so that wasn't my fault.
No, listen. You were low when you activated it. Is the thing, my friend.
It doesn't take that long to heal me.
I was on the other side of the wall. Oh my goodness. Guys.
Bella, the wall appeared
My
right
goodness.
before that happened.
Guys, I think Riley suffers from severe Reinhardt-itis.
That's not a
it's
Reinhardt
called-
thing.
Ulting
That's just a Riley thing.
Bella, it's called playing. Bella, it's called
I've
just
seen
heal.
several Reinhardts do it.
faster.
What?
Well, I mean, I do the same thing, but I'm not sitting here just telling everyone just be better. Hey, Riley, I have a question for you. What does support do? What is the job of a support?
Listen.
Bella, I am playing on 20 frames. Did you not hear me?
Yes.
You are playing Ayari. You don't need frames to play her.
Bella, I can't aim.
It's a turret. You're supposed to be healing with a turret. That's how you. That's like your main source of healing.
This is the turret, and it gets destroyed, guys.
place it again once it's off cooldown.
Oh, you're.
What if that
Homie!
Perk gets destroyed?
Then you place it again! The point of
What if
Ayari
that
is just
Perk
to
gets
cut.
destroyed?
Then place it again! And if it gets broken, then place it again! It's
Hey,
just,
Corey,
place
but
the
what if
turret,
Owen
if it
gets
gets broken, place it again, and it happens infinite.
No,
Like,
the
it
problem is when I can't defend myself because I can't aim my gun.
What?
That's
Then
back.
stay in the back! You're supposed to be in the back with your team! Your team can help defend you! That's not the-
I don't know, Corey. I think I'm gonna have to take Ginger's side on this one.
I have such low healing, considering I've been hit. Oh, is that a Winston?
Wait, where's
I
Corey?
I
Oh
missed.
shit. Are you guys fine? Someone's not fine.
If that Widow could
Piss jar. You
Fuck
got hit by the
off!
Mario piss
So
jar.
stupid! So
You
stupid!
got hit by the Mario piss jar.
How the fuck did she sleep me to cancel my fucking knife after I threw it? It was out of my hand, pretty much in her face, but nope, Sleep Dart just makes that eradicate out of thin air, no longer exists. Torbjorn started coming on point. That man needs to be put on a fucking leash. He's even okay coming on his daughter. Like, what the fuck is going on with that man?
You know, I relate to Torbjorn.
No! Hold the fuck! No! No! Hold the
First time you could have said that. I don't think there's
We got round
that.
2! We got round 2! He relates to Torbjorn and he loves underage femboy Reinhardt's. A round 2! Okay.
Wouldn't it be funny if there was a Kiriko on the enemy team?
Now, what the hell? What the fuck?
Bro did not like me doing that.
Ratatouille when I'm mixing ingredients. See the can of beans and call it dinner with some witty dance. You can call that idiot, I'ma call it noise, yeah. You can call me gritty, man. Yes, I got it going, yeah. I'ma take the blame that I already got like Akon did. Fucking sign every tweet up on some bass guy shit. What a great idea. Just stating how I feel. Just waiting for my time. Think I grinded out the wheel. You second hand, we can stand through all my records handed to you. My band to next level, you would think it's painted to you.